Thank you. Really
Yeah,
appreciate that. Oh, thank you and welcome, Cam. How would you like people to know you, Cam or
Cam, just Cam.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm really happy to be able to interview you. I know you're super busy, but you've just recently graduated as a master spiritual life coach and energy psychologist with the Soul Awakening Academy. And I really love to interview students after they've passed the course and they're kind of, stepping into the next phase of having this as a career or incorporating it into their skills or their workplace. So this is really just a nice conversation just to so you get the opportunity to tell people your experience of the course, how it's impacted your life or
Mm.
career, what you want to do with it going forward, and what you feel called to share with the world, really. So let's start by telling people about yourself. Where were you before you took the course? I remember having conversations with you. It's coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Tell me where you were before you started the course, because there was a bit of indecision to begin with, wasn't there? Yeah.
I was a very indecisive person. Um, and as soon as I saw your course, I knew straight away I wanted to do it. And as you know, I was on the phone to you for weeks, I think, humming and hawing, and you helping me out. And the nice thing was you never pressured me,
Mm,
which was
yeah.
really nice. And it was almost like, why isn't she pressuring me? Which made me want it even more. It's like, no, I'm doing it. And I remember you saying, well, in terms of finances, wait a bit, etc. But I was like, no, this is my calling. I want to do it now.
I love that.
And but one of the best decision I've made, especially in 2024, but I would say, especially in the last, if ever,
Oh,
having children and getting married, etc.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's helped me immensely.
'Cause you'd
And
done a lot of courses prior to this, hadn't you? And I think that was maybe one of the things and that's a really good point. It's all coming
yeah.
back to me now. Wow, normally I forget everything. It's cool.
Can't forget me.
I re Absolutely not. I remember that you'd done a lot of modalities and you were like, "Well, how is this different?"
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good point to tell people because I think a lot of people feel the same.
Yes. So I hope my other teachers aren't listening to this, but I'm a master NLP practitioner. But when I made my phone call to you, I was just beginning on that as well. I think I signed up at around about the same time. And I wanted to know how this was different. Obviously, I knew it was more in connection with within the soul and spiritually. Whereas with NLP, it's a different level. They're two completely different things. But doing your course, there are many things, such as the subpersonalities, I actually prefer than the parts therapy,
In
the
NLP. Yeah.
modality. So it took me a while to adjust, as you know, because it was like, no, you need to come back and work on that, which is another thing about this course. It's not a case of if you don't do something right, you're not in trouble or you're not
Yeah.
made out to be silly or stupid. You gave me great guidance and it was like, oh, okay, I get it. Because for me, it was quite difficult because I had all the tools and information from the other courses, but I've got to say, hand on heart, I love yours. It's straight to the point. And the fact that you say stick to the script, it made total sense. Why stick to the script? And literally with Soul Academy, you've got everything there. Instead of having to research the information, you've done all the hard work for us. You're giving us the tools so we can be a lot more effective with our time. No,
Yeah. And I think because I've trained in NLP as well, and I think it's a great modality, and it's great to have just all of the skills to
yes,
bring it in. NLP is a great tool, and when you learn coaching and all the different aspects that you've learned, you can just bring them together. They are like that they go so well together. But I always feel coaching is the missing element from NLP. I first had my flavor of coaching when I trained in NLP,
yeah,
and I couldn't just do it personally, I couldn't just do NLP without having the really broad skills of coaching, but I think the two complement each other so well. And
Definitely.
yeah, and having to step out of something you've been trained in and you've got so used to that model to then learn a new model and to step
Yeah.
into that, I think it was really good of you to be able to do that.
Oh, thank you. I did struggle internally at times because it was a case of, okay, I need to just get that out of my head. I had a mini stroke 10 years ago, and then I had another one 2 years ago. So for me, it was all kind of like learning is great for well, learning's great for anyone. We're making new neurons by learning, and I just love it. But also with your course, what I found is you have a you have a little spice of hypnotherapy in there. I'm also a hypnotherapist. So it was a case of, I love this. And the reason why I've done all these courses is for me, it's all married, it's all
Yeah.
one, which is great. And with your course, and that's exactly what you've done, you've married them all in together into this beautiful lotus of a creation. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much because, a bit like yourself, I trained in all these different modalities, but I just felt there was just this key thing
Mm,
missing. And when I thought, okay, I'd really love to teach people and
yeah.
encompass everything so they don't have to go off searching and searching, bringing all the best of what I'd learned
Yeah.
to one package. I thought that's really helpful for people to just have it all there
Yeah. I
to be
think
able to incorporate it.
sorry, yeah, and you've hit the nail on the head because it's not just for ourselves, for us to be the best coaches. Because I've done it with my clients now, and it's like, right, I need to bring that in, I need to bring that in, which sets us apart from other people where they're just limited with the one
Yeah.
one learning modalities that they know of, whereas with you, you've brought it all together because everyone is different and you don't know when you're going to need to go
No.
into your toolbox and get your
Yeah.
bits. So no, I love
Yeah.
it. You're quite rare, Anne Marie.
I don't think so, but I
Oh,
appreciate your comments. But the reason why I created this was because I was in your position,
yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'm working with clients, but NLP didn't allow me to touch the spiritual aspect. Hypnotherapy at the time when I trained, it kind of did, but didn't.
Mm,
So there was just this gap, and I always like to create, and you'll find you will want to create your own unique method as well. That can be what naturally happens if you feel that inside.
yeah.
Do it, create your own thing. It makes you feel alive when you
Yeah.
have the
Yeah.
ability to create your own little niche thing.
Yeah.
But what were you looking for then if you had trained in those modalities? What did you feel was missing?
Exactly what I've learnt with you was missing.
Yeah,
Sorry. So it was the spiritual side of things. And I'm glad I went down that road because I actually got to know about your school via another hypnotherapist student.
right.
And I remember making a note in my book, oh, soul awakening, that sounds so me. And for me, it's a spiritual side. And for me personally, it's helped me bring out my authentic self. And trying not to get teary here, but it's brought out my feminine energy, and it's brought out my light.
Yeah,
And meeting other people, I've met some wonderful people who I'm going
yeah,
to stay in touch with forever, which is another good thing as well. um it you're not afraid to be who you are, and we're all different, which is the other thing I love, because you're learning new things about other people and what they do, etc. But it helped me grow, and
mm,
it helped me release, and it helped me these are the things I didn't expect to get, if I'm being honest. They were almost like, it was like Christmas. Every time I did a new subject, it was like Christmas, especially with your self-reflection,
mm,
writing about it and what we've learned and how it's affected us, etc. But I had my own traumas and issues, and which I won't go into. And it's helped me immensely, but I didn't expect to get healing for myself from it,
Oh, yeah.
which was a real kind of like, and it made me realize, yes, Cam, I may have thought certain of the things I've learnt have helped me, which they have,
Mhm.
but I still had more healing to do, which I didn't know. And now it's like, yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it. And I've done some other things as well, and just incorporating everything, because I know you're looking at doing maybe Reiki.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I've done it, but I was like, only if I waited, I could have done it with you as well. But to me, everything you do, it's like a massive umbrella, and it is all connected. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's helped me. It's helped me in more ways than I didn't even think was possible.
And you know what the best bit is? You're still on the journey with us because you are now going into the 7 steps to spiritual alchemy, the
I can't
trauma
wait.
informed, and the awakened heart healing. So you've got another amazing journey ahead of
It's,
you to
it's
the
not
course.
enough time.
I know the course is
Like,
dual
oh,
certified, so you're certified now as a master spiritual life coach and energy psychologist. But we also have this extra course that you become certified in. So the 7 steps to spiritual alchemy is amazing. It'll just go deeper, and the awaken heart healing method goes deeper again. So obviously give yourself a break, but just to be able to use this with your clients, you're going to be able to run retreats when you feel ready. You're going to be able to run workshops online, in person, hold healing circles and facilitate healing with these workbooks. So you might not know it now because you might not have had a chance to look or really understand what's in store.
I've,
But
I've started on one of them. I've started.
you've got an extra you've got an extra up level to
Yeah.
come this year if you manage to, have the time to do it. But your journey doesn't stop, it's still going. But you've just gifted yourself a massive achievement, because it is a big achievement to get to the end of the course, isn't it, and get your certificate.
Oh, it literally, I was smiling that day when I got the email from you just before Christmas as well.
Yeah, I
I
know.
remember you saying, look, if you get it in now, well, you'll get your certificate before Christmas. And that was my Christmas present
Yeah, good for
from my
you.
husband as well, because obviously he's financed it as well. It won't joint account kind of thing. But I'm already excited, and I think I will always, I know, don't think anymore, I know. And it's not not I need, it's I want. So you've changed me. I'll always be a Soul Awakening Academy student.
Absolutely, and that's the gift to give back, is you don't just drop off a cliff. You stay with us for as long as you need us. I
Yeah,
have students coming back that I trained 7 years ago.
yeah,
Still, I'm mentoring them now when they need me, when they're working with clients. So you're never forgotten about. You're always welcome. And I always love to see the friendships that are made.
yeah,
Do you think that might not happen because it's online?
yeah. Quite honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen, because budding up at first, it was quite difficult to getting a buddy, because everyone's working, everyone's busy. But the two buddies I've made, they're wonderful.
Yeah,
Really, really great. And again, I've learnt from them as well, the way they coached me
exactly.
throughout. It's like, oh, I like the way they've done that. So I'm learning. When I say I'll always be a student of Soul Awakening Academy, I also mean, with all the courses you offer, I want to do them all. Because yeah, it's like, well, I need to get these out of the way now before I
Yeah,
can then start on something else. Because
you've done the big stuff. Yeah,
yeah, so, and anything else, if it can help me to help others, I want to be the best I possibly can.
you will.
Yeah.
I think the
So,
more healing you can do on yourself, and because you've just mentioned about the reflection you've been able to do, and the conversations you've been having with family, and then the self-reflection you can do, and the self-inquiry, that's where your that's where your greatest up level
mm,
comes, actually. Knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques, they're obviously great, but what makes the biggest impact in your kind of therapeutic approach with people, and where you can lead people to their healing, is to do what you said you're incorporating now, which is that self-reflection, that self-analysis, that self-inquiry.
Yeah, I had a couple of clients which I've had of recent, and I think completing the master course has given me more confidence as well.
Yeah,
It's more empowerment as such. Um, it's really helped in terms of you're listening to their soul.
yeah.
And and being qualified to do that with one, they had been elsewhere for coaching, but then I brought him back and I listened to what he felt in here, and he
Mm.
felt really relieved in the fact that he could talk to me about that. So I wasn't going to judge. But yeah, I just felt great. Yeah.
It is, and when you said about before about going on you didn't realize the level of inner healing that you would get from it. I always say to people, just be aware of what, you're gonna step into a j I know it's a cliche saying now, but it's a journey that you have to go on because it's walk the walk to talk the talk with your clients, and the deeper you can allow yourself to go, the greater your healing abilities will be with your clients. So it's always the self first.
Yeah, definitely.
It's always experiential, and then you can impart that wisdom with others. So that's a really good point you make.
Yeah, I think anyone thinking or having kind of any apprehension or anything like that about doing this, do it. Because literally, I wish I did this many, many years ago,
I think
but
it's all
now
about timing, isn't it? I think
yeah,
it's about timing. It's what you can it's what you have the capacity for at the
yeah,
time. I've done many courses where I've not been ready for it
yeah,
mentally, and it's been wasted, and it's just probably a case of bad timing. So I think everything happens in the right time, and it's the capacity we have at that time
yeah,
to really get the most out of it.
it's definitely aligned.
Yeah, what would you say has about the course has made the biggest impact on your life or your business?
On my life, it has made me, the first word that comes into, straight away to me was cleansed.
Yeah,
So that's the first word that's come to me. I feel more aware of others' energy as well as my own. I can protect myself, which I am a giver. So for me, protecting myself, and in terms of family, oh, my husband's noticed it straight away, and my children. It's
really.
literally, they're like, Mum, you've changed so much. And for them to see that my growth, my progress, it's been lovely. And again, with self-reflection, um, and I've mentioned this in one of my other ones before, I've got more patience. I'm kinder. I don't get angry. And I think being a female and a mum, sometimes it just gets too much. Like no one's listening to us, etc. And it just gets frustrating. Literally, I've gone from that to that. And I remember saying to you, I just want to be how I used to be. And you said, well, why do you want to be that when you can be better? And,
Mm,
and the whole journey is that. In terms of my career, it's given me, and I mean this in a positive way, it's given me more power. It's given
yeah.
me more understanding. It's given me more love. And it's given me more for me to give others more for them to realize their potential. And if I hadn't have done it, it would be a massive void which no other course out there could have filled.
Mm. That's lovely for you to say that, and I really appreciate that. It's nice to know that because obviously a lot of this was put together through my healing journey as well, and
Yeah.
what had helped me and given me the greatest fulfillment.
Mm.
And then, give that to others to hear you say that that's the experience you get from it is
Yeah.
amazing.
It is.
Uh, yeah.
I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for your course.
Well, I have to throw that back and say thank you for that compliment. It is, I do take it as a compliment, but I also have to say
It,
that's absolutely yours to own because this course does nothing.
yeah,
without the end user
yeah.
making it
But
happen.
but you gave me the tools.
I did, but you used it.
Yeah.
So well done you.
I'm gonna take it, but my energy and my love still goes to you in the school
Thank
and
you. I'm
everyone at the school as
right
well.
back at you.
Take care.
Right
Take
back at you. Um, what would I like to ask you next? I guess it would be, what was your favorite technique?
My favorite technique, I would say, do you know what? My favorite technique, it's almost like you've saved the best for last.
There's more to come yet. Gosh.
No, as in the way the whole course was. My favorite technique, I would say, was actually there was the my first favorite was the goal setting.
Yeah, yeah,
Using
I
the
love
goal and the
that.
smart. It was just that, because straight away it did something to me straight away. Um, I've just gone from one strength on my goal to another, and it something of my realistic goal was something over 6 months, and it's in the space of, it's not even been a month, and I've achieved so much of that already.
Yeah.
So I would say it was the goal setting, which was our final assignment on,
Yes,
on,
yes.
on that one. And also the my mind's gone now.
It
It's
always,
sub-personalities,
yeah,
loved that.
amazing.
Absolutely loved
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I would say probably line on line, actually,
yeah,
because I've done parts therapy before, but again, the way you've written everything and the questions, it was just different.
yeah. It's
It
such a
was
great one.
it was actually, it's, if I had to score from all the different things that I've done, yours would just, yeah, it was just great. I thought I dealt with the sub-personalities. Clearly I hadn't. And something just happened like that. And that actually, yeah, helped me again. But it's all bringing back memories.
I
Yeah.
mean, subpersonalities is phenomenal, and that was a real game changer when I learned this technique. And it's not my own creation; it's the work of Dr. Helen Sidra Stone. But you learn their techniques, the book recommendations, the videos, the script that they provide. So it is their work, but it is phenomenal, and it was a complete game changer in my personal life when I discovered this technique. So it's like, this has got, people got, have got to know this, and they've got to know how to use it. And it's very, very strange, isn't it, to experience it? It's very, very strange, but oh my God, it's life changing. It really is.
Just like that. And I always remember when I sent my video to you on it, and you said stick to the script,
Mm.
because as you and you put on that, coaching, and I remember you saying, oh, I can't remember, along the line, stick to the script and try not to go too much into the coaching
Coach.
itself, which totally made sense, because I could see I had gone into a
Yeah.
pathway which I didn't have to, which wasn't actually good for the client.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
it's because we've remembered all these other
yeah,
models that we've learned, and then we're thinking it's that, when
it's
um, subpersonalities is just on its own.
it's so
Just
quick.
it's so quick, bringing in these personality archetypes and letting them have a voice, and then, just out of curiosity, and then the client just figures out who the true self is and who the true self is not. Yeah,
Understanding yourself better as well, which I
yeah,
think I think was key, because with these sub-personalities I had in my own personal experience, mine was the sergeant, from the sergeant major, that
yeah,
was his name. And then I had the defined feminine energy, the complete opposites to the pole, but they had the best interest for me. It was just beautiful to see, and I wouldn't change either of them,
yeah, because we need them.
yeah,
We've needed them at some point, and
which
they're
is
so
what you said.
useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What is your next step then going forward? Who do you feel like called to serve?
My call to serve is, I've got a couple of things in mind that I want to do. Because I'm still working as well. I want to go into coaching 100%.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I want to do completely. But I've still got to work and keep, you know, the
Yeah.
finances coming in, but I can see where my future's going. I know where it's going. And
Yeah.
what I'd like to do, because I've also done my Reiki as well, which I'm a bit kind of about doing. I'm naturally a healer. I think I've spoken to you
Yeah.
about that before. Um, but there's so much other, how can I say, I will use Reiki on those who I know, if I've got that pull magnetic, that real
Yeah.
magnetic, you know,
Yeah. You connect with. Yeah.
yes, on
And
that, which I have done, you
yeah.
know. But I'd like to, obviously, I'd like to coach, bring all of it together under my umbrella. I've already set up my website, which
Well,
really, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name or not. So
yes, of course, of
I
course.
can. It's
Yeah.
called Karma Minds, and
Calm.
Karma is with a K, but it's the first 6 letters of my name, which is Kamal, which is rearranged to Karma, and then Minds.
Oh, I love that. Well, we'll link to that. We'll give everybody a link so they can definitely go and check you out. And if they want to work with you,
Yeah.
then they
And
can.
it's all, and karma in the Arabic word, it mean, I'm not Arabic, but I just love the language.
Yeah.
It means it's words.
Yeah. Right.
And
Lovely.
obviously in Italian it's karma. So with what I offer people, there will be the hypnotherapy, there
Mhm.
will be the NLP coaching, but a lot of people don't know what it is. But definitely on my, you know, the spiritual side of things, and this is where I am going to be set apart from other people locally, and I
Yeah.
need to get more out there online. And then I would like to do like breakthrough days,
Yes, I love that. They're
having the whole day with me,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we literally go through everything with,
Sure. Well, when you get on and you start to do the 7 steps workbooks and the awakened heart, you'll see how you can really, if you love Reiki and
yeah.
you love the chakras and that kind of thing,
Oh
you
yeah,
can see where, no, maybe not right now, but you will see where you can bring in the seven
yeah.
steps, which is basically working through the 7 chakras.
I'm looking forward to doing that, because
Yeah.
when I do energy work, I give so much of me,
Yeah.
and usually a week after, I'm paying the price for turning the energies around. So
Yeah.
that's where I've still got work to do.
Well, you'll realize that these workbooks do the work and you just facilitate. And within this course, you've now got an energy healing technique, which is dowsing,
Yeah,
and you are just facilitating. The
yeah,
actual work is done via the workbooks. They're like a they take the client on a 360 journey. So you are a facilitating healer and you have an energy tool as well. And it doesn't take it out of you at all. The client is really doing the work. And then they have embodiment journals as well to
and
use between your sessions.
that's with the spiritual facilitator.
Yeah, that's with the 7 steps to spiritual alchemy and awakened
Perfect.
heart healing. So
Perfect.
awakened heart is ideal for a retreat.
Yeah. So the
And
Reiki and that would kind of,
yeah,
because
yeah.
with Reiki, it's missing something.
And it doesn't take it out of you because
Yeah.
we have another client and I can hook you up with her student, sorry, she's completed, Suzanne. She uses the 7 steps with her Reiki clients. So you can have a chat with her and see how she's doing it well. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, please. Because
Mm.
it's like, you know, I've done Reiki, even on animals, I've done it and they've healed.
But
But then,
sometimes that people need that psychological element as well
yeah,
as energetic, need to feel in control. They need to understand that they need to make a mindset shift, maybe
yes.
need to understand the root cause of their energetic blocks and have the healing as well. So it's all encompassing then.
And like with all my other courses, it's like something's missing. And then
Yeah,
there's a master course with that. So with
yeah,
Reiki, then that will sit with that. Because for
it
me,
will.
it's like the feminine and the male energy, isn't it? We
Yeah.
need that kind of combination.
It will be a beautiful combination that you'll get into it as you go on. Well, thank you so much for your interview, Cam. It's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you for choosing me in the Soul Awakening
Oh,
Academy and trusting me.
always,
Yeah. So we'll get
always.
this interview shared, and I'll get your link, and we'll post them with them as well.
Yeah. Thank you, and lovely to see you again.
Oh, thank you, my love. Lots of love.
And you too.
Take care, babe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.